Okay, this is Crystal here, and I promised you a sneak peek into 2022, and that's what I'm going to give you. In the meanwhile, do remember that the contest is still open, so you can still win a free tarot reading. The announcement of the winner will be done beginning of January, I think around the 10th, but I'm not really sure. But the contest closes on December the 31st. You can enter in the contest, and by doing so you have to do you just have to put, I am so confused now, you just have to put the words Angel 2022 in the comments, and you can do that here on YouTube, you can do that on Twitter, on Instagram, on my Facebook, on my TikTok, wherever you want, you can do that, and then I will enter your name into the contest, and then I will announce it around January 10th. And the last day to enter is December the 31st, but you can put it in any video, yeah? So the more you enter, the more chance you have of winning. So keep that in mind, and that's always easy when you subscribe and hit the alarm bell, because you know when videos come out, and you will also know about that announcement when it's going to come out, and whether you are the winner, yes or no. Now, let's dive into the sneak peek. I'm not doing this in a certain order or in the order of the zodiac signs. I'm doing this randomly, and I just pulled I just pulled a sign randomly from a little box, and I'm doing the readings in the order as I have drawn them. So it's a surprise when your sign is going to come up, so just keep an eye out and subscribe, maybe then you know. Hello Gemini, this is finally here, the sneak peek in 2022. I've had major delays. I haven't posted a lot on my YouTube channel because hecticness. I've been sick for a week, and that threw me completely off balance. It threw my programming, it threw my planning, it threw also my agenda off course. It was a helter-skelter really, and well, here we are. So before I dive into this, I'm going to just explain how it's going to go. I will put timestamps on all the different parts, so you can skip or go back or whatever. If you want to know more, and if you want to continue receiving my my readings, please subscribe and maybe click the alarm bell. I'm not going to repeat that at the end, so it's up to you. I would really like to get more subscribers, so at 500, I will do a live YouTube, so you can ask me questions, we do a quick reading, we can communicate. So I'm looking forward to that. So please get subscribing, or share, or like, or comment, because that's what apparently pushes the YouTube algorithm, also the amount of time you view this. So yeah, it's just what it is. I have no control over that. So I hope my readings reach you. I hope you like them. My daily cards or other bonus readings you can find on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. So check me out there if you haven't done so already, because maybe you find a reading there. So as I said, I'm going to do a few subjects here. I'm not going to do a January monthly reading, but because I'm going to concentrate more next year on reading on specific subjects. So if you want readings on specific subjects, also put them in the comments so that I know what is of your interest. Always helps me. Okay, so let's go. I'm going to start with a card for you. I'm going to pull this from an oracle. This is the Soul Coaching Oracle by Denise Lynn, and I'm going to pull this card. And that card is really your focus card for this year. I'm going to leave that out the whole reading. I'm sorry, there was something here. I can't stand it. So this is light. This is your card, Gemini. My light radiates through my life and the world around me. And I'm going to quickly get the book, because I want to know a little bit more about that card, to tell you a little bit more, because this is the card that is going to be present, and that is also going to be like a reminder for you when things get a little bit hectic, when you're in overwhelm. This is a card to ground you with. That's the idea of this card. So this is light, and it is about saying that you're the light Rejoice and remember who you are. You have a physical form, but that's impertinent. And what your soul wants you to know is that it's now time for you to shine. And to remember who you are, where you came from. And to connect to your essence, to your really authentic essence, to the real you. And it's time to let that shine and to let that out in the world. So if things are a little bit upside down, this is the card to connect to. Okay, let's start with the general outlook. As you can see, I have various cards out here. I'm going to start with these. So all of the cards have been shuffled anyway and cut, but it has come to my attention that I now, in these readings, these sneak peeks and what's in store, I just pulled them again. I'm doing a quick general outlook for 2022 before I move on to more specific things. So, this is funny, this came out in Leo as well. So I'm going to start with these two. I'm going to start with the High Priestess and the Hangman. I feel that you may have the thought that this year things are slow and not moving as fast as you want them to. But I think here with this Hangman, what this Hangman wants to say, it's okay. Take it slow. Don't rush everything. Don't try to push everything. Don't try to force everything to go your way, because there's a certain thing that's happening and it's sort of like, predestined is what comes to mind, and it feels like you have to connect to that flow. Look, there's water under there. She's hanging from a sling and she doesn't bother. She just waits until it flows, until she can flow and drop herself into the river and flow again. So there will be a little bit that feeling for you, Gemini, because you are Gemini and you are curious and you want things to move and to change and to go quickly. But that's not going to happen this coming year. It feels like it's time to slow down, but also maybe, take your time. There is also the High Priestess in you. I think you know that. I think you know that you have to slow down and that you have to trust more, that you see when it's the time to do, the time for action, the time for inaction. I think you know that with this High Priestess there. So really pay attention to that. The High Priestess for me is also the intuitive knowing behind it. So we also have Jupiter moving into Pisces, and that will bring a lot of intuitivity to the upside and expand our intuitive awareness. But I feel the High Priestess is often more than that. The High Priestess often is the body knowing. The body knowing when it's time to move, when it's time to take action, when it's time to rest up and do nothing, and when it's time to sort of, okay, maybe now it's time to give a push, but now it's time to hold back. Because I feel there is this need this year to protect energy. You're in this protective bubble. This is the Seven of Wands. There may be things coming at you from various angles, from various people, various things you have to handle and deal with. But all of those cannot let it be, they can't interfere with who you really are, with this light. Don't let them. So there is this protective bubble around you. Stay in the bubble when you need to, come out when you have to take action, but really feel what are the things that have priority to take care of and which things are not important at all, or which things you have to care about and bother with, or which things it's really not yours to take on, and so leave it aside. I feel in this year there is a lot of, when you connect to your soul, your sun inside, you will know what is important to you, and you will know what is not important, what you can let go of. And here it is important that you stay in that flow of authenticity, of the genuine you. And the genuine you sometimes doesn't need things or certain people in their lives. They sometimes don't need I'm going to put my watch there. I don't like my watch into the screen, and then it makes noise when I tick like this. Yeah, well, the authentic you knows when it's time to flow, when it's time to hang, when it's time to just trust the process. Because these two together also tell me, they ask you, they don't tell me, they ask you, Gemini, to trust the process. And when the process slows down, you slow down. When the process speeds up, you speed up. And that is what this is about. Sometimes there's slowness, sometimes there's speed. You handle what you need to handle, and you deal with things that you have to deal with. You don't bother with things that really don't belong with you. So that's the main cards for this year. I'm going to put them back. So what do you have to know about your professional life, Gemini? So you can see that I will fast forward any things that might slow things down so that you don't get totally bored with me. But this is the career, so I'll be taking a few more cards here. So we start with the 9 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, the 6 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. I like this King at the end. There's a lot of cups here. Look, 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 10 of Cups. I'll put the cards into the viewfinder, but we start with this card. I feel this is sort of a remnants of 2021. Stress, worries, well, yeah, I mean, if you are an entrepreneur, or even if you have, a steady job, things in 2020 have been uncertain. Sometimes there was lockdowns, which can throw you off balance, and well, maybe you suffered a lockdown with your personal business. And of course, the bills keep coming in, and yeah, I feel this is sort of like still a lot of stress, worries about where is my business going, where is my professional, life going, where's my career going? I don't know, and you have been worried about that and preoccupied because, Gemini, it feels like you have lost a little bit of control over that, and you, yeah, well, in a sort of way you wanted to control, but remember that hangman? That hangman is a little bit of no control is necessary, no forcing is necessary, because at this moment things are what they are and you need radical acceptance for that, but you will move on, and the rest of the cards are really good. So I feel that in the beginning of the year you still may feel this. These worries, this stress, a little bit tension on it, preoccupation, but that will move, because I feel during the year things will shift for you. And you end with the King of Pentacles. You end with the Midas touch king, the king that has it all together. He sits in the garden, he holds the pentacle, he holds, well, literally he holds the money, the financial means, but also the results, the success, the rewards, because the garden is growing. He is taking care. I feel like, being the CEO. So if you're in your own business and you're an entrepreneur, this is a very good card to have, because near the end of the year, this will disappear and things will, well, I'm not saying go back to normal or the way they were before, because I don't believe in that. And please define normal to me. But you're going to see that whatever you're doing and the things you have done this year and the action you take are going to reap the results. And so you're going to be more solid, and you will feel that. You will feel that. You will sit on that throne solidly with your feet planted on the ground in that garden. So yes, that means at the end of the year, of the end of 2022, you will be in control again. And you will feel in control again. Now, in between, there will be things shifting. Now, it's interesting you have this nostalgic idea going on of, when I said before, things going back to the way they were before, to normality, and whatever that means. I feel that you can't do that. I feel you can't think that, long for the things as they were before, because you need to shift and you need to grow with the situation in the world and the business situation in the world as it is. And the more you can do that, the better. Don't hang on to nostalgic feelings like it was much better in 2019 or 2018, because that's just an image you have in your head, because that's not even the true. image. It's not really true. I do have 2 threes. I have a 3 of cups and a 3 of pentacles for you. So there is collaboration. Now that could be teamwork when you work in a steady job, but as an entrepreneur, it can be that you collaborate with another entrepreneur, that you, I feel this is connecting. This is connecting with people. First of all, the people you work with, and that's also for a steady job. The people you work with are people that you trust, that you feel comfortable with, that you feel okay with. The cups, the heart is in it. So yeah, those people. It's about collaboration, but collaboration helping each other out. So you may be helping someone else out and they may help you out. But there is this participation, is working together with people you trust. They have to be people that you really trust with your heart. I mean, don't just go with anybody just because they have money, for example. Now, the 3 of Pentacles, of course, there we have the Pentacles, but I feel this is the added element of also these people. You trust them, but they also have a sort of same vision. They also hold the same core values, business etiquette, the way they see things, the way you treat your clients, the way you treat even the environment. They hold that as well. They hold that very in their hearts and in their value system. So you have to collaborate. Look, when there is this possibility for you to collaborate with people and to help people out in business or as a team in your work, that it is people that first you trust and that have sort of the same core values or visions for the world. Because if you do that, then this 10 of Cups is present. Just before that, it's lying just before that King of Pentacles. I was looking for my words. That 10 of Cups for me is the happy card. Look how happy. It's a happy family, all the cups. But for me, it's things coming together again, things starting to flow and smooth out. And from there, when they start to come together and smoothly flow again, of course you're going to feel more solid and feel that foundation under your feet again. While in the beginning of the year, and I think this is just the very beginning of the year, like maybe January, February, also because January, February traditionally are slow months anyway. So don't be desperate or don't despair when things don't start to move immediately in 2022. They will. There will be a collaboration that is close to your heart. There can be people, if that shows up, don't let it pass by. Just go for it, yeah? Don't hang on to the past where maybe you did everything by yourself. Also, don't think that things will go back to the way they were. So you have to adapt, you have to be flexible. And that's where this collaboration or this participation or helping each other out, or maybe even asking for help from those people that you trust and that hold the same values and visions, that will help you move and propel forward. The 10 of Cups is a good card to have. So, I mean, it feels like a little bit of a rough ride to start the year, but then it starts to smooth out. And then the 10 of Cups tells me things come together. I'm going to pull a few more cards. You know, when you go and have a look at your rising sign or your moon sign video, what I really would suggest, because your rising sign is important, it's a point in time. You can only look at your rising sign, and if you don't know it, go to astro.com to find out what it is, but you do need the time of birth to calculate that. But if you have that, it's important, because the rising sign is your filter, your window on the world, how you look at the world, what the energy, what the quality of your experiencing or looking or watching at the world is. And sometimes those readings resonate better. Now, if from this reading nothing resonates, then please leave it behind and maybe check out the rising sign or the moon sign video. And whatever it is, leave it behind. If it resonates, you take it along. If it doesn't, you leave it here. Because, of course, it's a general reading and I cannot read for every Gemini out there. So I'm going to pull a few more cards. I'm going to pull a card here on that 6 of Cups, and I don't know, it's raining. It's a dreary day here in Portugal. It's horrible. I hate it when it's gray in Portugal. It doesn't work in this country. Yeah, you see again a collaboration card coming together, Two of Cups. Maybe you've been doing it, you've been doing whatever you've been doing, working in a steady job and doing most of the work by yourself. Or maybe you're an entrepreneur and you've been a solo entrepreneur and not getting in a lot of work or a lot of collaboration or help from other entrepreneurs, so that you say, let's do a social media, let's make a podcast, let's do something to promote our business, but let's do it together because that's easier as alone. You haven't been doing that. You have been doing it all by yourself, and sometimes stubbornly so with this Emperor card here. But it's time to reach out and to really with the Two of Cups, to really do that. But I feel that in your mind there is a little bit of a conflict, like I don't want to do this. But Gemini, it's a good idea to do so, because it will not work out if you don't. You have these two collaboration cards and coming together, working with people cards. So I think it's very important that you just overcome your resistance. But there will be some resistance, yeah. But the thing is, that's why it's so important that you seek out people that you trust and that hold the same values, or similar values. It doesn't have to be identical, but I mean that you can see eye to eye with in a good way. Okay, I'm going to pull one here. Yeah, the sun is going to, that's a good card to have here, because the sun is going to take away the darkness. So I feel this sun is nothing to do with like you're going to be successful immediately. No, I feel this sun will come in and expel and get rid of that darkness, or that that moody feeling, that downward feeling, that depressed feeling, that stressed feeling, that tense feeling you have. So that's your career. It's looking good, but it will start a little bit slow, and that's okay. So now we're going to move on to your inner circle, family and friends. So, family and friends. I'm going to use a new deck, which is the Everyday Witch Oracle. It's a fun deck. This is the first time I'm going to use it online. Well, not the first time, I did it in the Leo, but the first time for a first series of readings that I'm using it. So, yep. But it's a fun deck. I have used it myself with clients, but not. So let's see. We're doing inner circle, family and friends, nearest and dearest to you. So we have a Nine of Swords, again a Nine of Swords. What is it with that Nine of Swords of yours? We have a Four of Cups, a Seven of Swords, another Two of Cups coming together, and a Page of Swords. Yeah. So again, we have here that Nine of Swords, that depressed feeling. Even, and now my viewfinder stopped. So I'm sorry, but my viewfinder stopped, and it's so difficult for me then to see whether I'm holding the card up right, so that you can see it. So we have that Nine of Swords as well in the inner circle. So there is like disappointment, disillusionment with the people around you, with your closest and nearest and dearest. And I feel that depressed mood is also coming from, all the things that happened. Maybe you haven't seen these people. Maybe you're sad about that you haven't seen your friends for a while, or your inner circle for a while, or haven't connected because of all these things with COVID and lockdowns and what have you. Or maybe your family is further away and you haven't been able to travel to them, so you haven't seen them and you're missing them. So there is that, but there can also be an element of being disillusioned or disappointed a little bit. And I don't know why that is. Maybe I'll pull a card on that later. But I'm going to also go to the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords for me is like you're feeling like people are doing something behind your back. And I don't know why you have that, but it would work together with this sadness or this disappointment. Maybe people have been doing something, that good friends or family members have been doing something behind your back. And this Four of Cups, I'm going to read that, because it's in between those two sort of negative cards. I'm going to read it in a negative way, because that's what it sounds like to me. It feels like to me. Like you feel that there is no foundation, that there is no... that these people are not who they are, or you have seen through them. And you are really disappointed with their values. So maybe you are, a family of an anti-vaxxer, for example, or you have those arguments, and you feel let down by some people. I don't know why that is, but there is this feeling, or missing people. But it feels like there is something missing. This is the boy hole. You have these people here, but something is missing in the interaction with them. Maybe it's about honesty and authenticity. Maybe it's also because you have not shown what you really want, and have not been able to shine as much as you could. And maybe it's time to do so that they see that. But that could be the missing link there, that you maybe didn't dare to express yourself. Maybe you didn't dare to shine, but now it's time to do so. It's time to do so, because we have another 10 of Cups. Remember, we had that in the career reading as well. So the 10 of Cups is a good card. It's a come together as a family. So friends, family coming together. So I feel that whatever is here is going to be solved. So whether you miss them, then you can go on a trip. Whether you are disappointed and you feel like you can't be yourself, that will be resolved as well, because also the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords for me is cutting through this sadness, and it's cutting through this feeling. Maybe it's not that they do things behind your back, but more so that you feel they don't see you, or they don't understand you, or they don't want to, that they need you to be someone else that you are really not. And now it's time to cut that out and to let your true light shine, because your light is beautiful, Gemini. So really cut this out, cut this feeling out, this feeling of being maybe even here disappointment, because you're feeling misunderstood, you're not feeling seen. The real you doesn't feel seen. You are seen, but maybe not the real you. And there is an element missing there. And maybe that's that element of them seeing you as you truly are, with that true light. But that can sort itself out the moment you embrace your own light. Because then they will accept, and they can see you for you who you truly are. So I'm not going to pull more cards on this, because it's quite clear now that I sort of got more information through the reading as I was reading. Sometimes that happens, when the cards come out, there can be some elements missing for me as well. And then I go further, and then, added information is coming in. And yes, that happens. It's just the way cards work for me. Some readers do it completely different, but for me it works like that. So there is the moment this will be cut out of your life, and you will be able to shine. So this is the part of family and friends. We're going to move on to relationships, romantic relationships, for those amongst you who are single. So if you're not single, you can skip to the next part. If you want to, you can also listen to this one, because, well, maybe fun. But if you're not, not interested, then just move on to the next one, because look in the timestamps where the steady relationship, the romance in the relationship is. So let's have a look here for the singles love. Just going to cut the deck again. I do it like that because of my hand, and also because it's easier. I hold the cards and I don't have to. Okay, let's have a look. Love for singles. Whoa, those are a lot of court cards. Look, these are all court cards, and in the middle you have a two of Pentacles, which means choice. So there will be an abundance of choice for you. If you're single and you're on the dating scene, there will be loads of choices here. You have a Knight of Pentacles. There's a Page of Wands. I'm just going to pull them into the viewfinder. There's a Page of Cups and there's a King of Swords. So I feel this is, in a way, all these representing all these people that you may be going to date in the coming year. And of course, then you need to make a choice, because if you don't want to stay single, you need to make a choice. And again, you also have a King of Swords. You're going to make a choice, and it feels like the choice you're making is like a little bit rational, not too much emotion involved, which is a bit strange for you, Gemini. But I think what it could happen here is that because you're dating a lot and there's a lot of different energies around, you have a good feel of what you want and you don't want. Again, let your light shine, and then the truth will come. Also, the true person could be among these. I'm saying could be. Nothing definite in these cards. I can't see that. I may pull another card on that. I'm going to put this deck ready here. But yeah, there is, first of all, there is somebody coming in. Yeah. And you're looking, that person is looking at you. Look, I'm going to looking at you because you're here, the one who's choosing. You're looking at you. Again, this is also you. You're being a little bit cold. So maybe in the dating scene, you have encountered many of the sinister types, or, fluffy types, or fluffy is not really the word. The word is, people that you really didn't connect with, and that you thought, oh my God, what am I doing on this date? So you're being more discerning as well with whom you're going to date. But there is somebody looking at you. Now, this can be on an online dating app, but this can be somebody that you met somewhere and that has his or her eye on you. And they are interested in you. They are a little bit fascinated with you as well. But again, you are weighing your options. You're not making a choice immediately. I feel that if this somebody is somebody that you really like and that really stays in your world, there could be that choice for this person, yes. But you're very discerning. You're not going to jump in and just, go with any one of these people. Now, we have a Page of Wands. So in a way, when this is you, then it's you're longing for for passion again. Yes, for passion in your life and for love in your life. Page of Cups, these pages are really together if it's you. Now, if this is other people, on the dating scene, this can be somebody who is really passionate and charismatic, yes, but it can also be, because they are pages, they can also be a little bit immature. So look out, I would say, for immature people or immature men or women that really is not for you. Maybe you're not seeing this person as a romantic interest just yet. But I would like to ask you to be very discerning on the dating scene, because this person is there. This person has a good... I'm going to pull a card on that one because I feel I need to do so. I feel that person is good, is dating or relationship material, but I feel that you're not immediately seeing that person in that way. And you may be surprised afterwards. And the surprise element is here. There is a surprise element as well. Now, I've been reading these cards now in various ways. Yes, I know. But I feel that, at the end of the year, there could be that this person is just coming out of the woodwork, and you're seeing this person really as relationship material. You're realizing that. But during the year, I don't see that happening that soon. But, well, it could be, depends, of course. Again, it's a general reading, so every Gemini is different. Yeah, for me, it's like, I feel that you're so discerning because you came out of a relationship that didn't really work for you, and you walked away from that. And that's why you're not ready to see this person yet, but this person is looking at you, but you are taking things slow. The hermit, you're taking things slow. You're just, looking, you're seeing. This is together also pondering, discerning, but also there is some inner work you need to do because of this former relationship, and that is not completely processed. It needs to be processed. These are, for me, in this reading, on top is the many people you may date, and from those people that I'm telling you, please be discerning. Look, see what they're doing, what they're about, because there are some immature people on the scene, and you don't want that for yourself. You see again a 10 of Swords. I feel here this is you being hurt in the past. This is a relationship, either you broke up or they broke up with you. There's still some hurt here, but you're also moving on to newer horizons. But that's why this person who's looking at you, is interested in you, you are not ready for that person yet. And so if you're a single Gemini, don't just rush into a relationship. Be discerning, be calm, be just looking. Try out some people, yes. Go on a date, go on a few dates, get to know them better, but don't go jumping into a new relationship just yet. This person is not going to go away very soon. They are willing to wait it out. So don't worry if you think you're going to miss out on them, because that's not going to happen. I'm going to pull a final one here, just on the side. Let me just pull. Oh, another King of Swords. Yeah, I mean, I haven't said it enough, I think, because they want me to say it again. Watch out. Be eyes wide open. But then, with this Queen of Cups at the end here, I feel that in a way you also already sensing this energy, but you're not ready for it. So I feel that more towards the end of the year, there will be a surprise move. There will be some sort of surprise that really will make you see this person as for what they really are, and for, as a good match. So be patient, please, Gemini. So let's move on now to those relationships that, for those who are in a steady relationship, married, living together, being together for a while. Maybe you just started a relationship, that's possible, but you are in a relationship. Let's go and have a look what is going on there. I'm going to use the same decks. Whoa, what's happening here? Okay, you have also that Knight of Pentacles. So a Three of Hearts, a Three of Swords, sorry. Knight of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. Okay, High Priestess. A Two of Pentacles. What is happening here, Gemini? What are you thinking about? Okay. I feel that this is sort of an advice card. I feel I'm going to connect it with this card because that's what it feels like. The moment you start to shine and let the real authentic you out and embrace yourself for who you are, for what you want, and really believe in yourself and do so confidently, and get that awareness of maybe those things are not for me, maybe those things are, and embrace that. There will be, of course, a little bit of upheaval in the relationship, because that always happens when people change. You are in a year where you're changing and letting really show what you want for yourself in life, and that can shake up an existing relationship. I'm not saying that you're going to divorce or that there's a breakup or a complete breakdown. I'm not saying that because I don't see it because of the other cards. I'm just saying that there may be some upheaval. There may be some, like that at first your partner will say, but who am I living with? Who is this person? Who is this person? That may happen, but they will embrace that that authentic you. They will embrace, because they will see the values, and they hold similar values anyway. Already they do, because that's why you're together in that relationship. But it will be more prominent. How do I say this? It's such a weird reading. We have that Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles. It feels like the relationship gets a fresh quality, a new quality. Again, together, these work together. The Page is a fresher energy, a newer energy. But I feel that, you're working together through that turmoil, through the upheaval in your relationship. And, that can come with a little bit of a fight or an argument. I'm not saying that is not going to happen, but there is this way of working things out and then embracing that, yes, you have changed and they really love you for who you are. The values, the pentacles are you, who you really are, and they love you because they hold you. Both of these cards hold you. So it's okay. It's going to be okay. Now, there will be sometimes some like ups and downs in the relationship because of this. Because of course this means that you also have to find a little bit yourself and that you have a lot of focus on you. And that's not bad. I'm not saying that you're selfish, because that has nothing to do. It's just like a search, an inner searching. And you need your time for that. And your partner understands that, because you have to communicate it. You have to communicate it, because there's some hidden truths about you that you're going to realize. The High Priestess, there is something that you don't know about yourself behind the curtain here, behind that veil, behind the... she holds wisdom. Look at that scroll she's holding. So the High Priestess is you connecting to your inner knowing, your inner world. And it is by doing that you get to know more about yourself, and that you can shine again, and that you feel like you deserve to shine again, that you are good enough. And so there will be for you some ups and downs, because that search and that quest within yourself, it will shake up the relationship sometimes, and it will bring a little bit of ups and downs, but nothing that your partner cannot handle. I really like this, because this means for me solidness, a solid partner, a partner who is not intimidated. There may be some ups and downs, but I feel these shakeups are more going to affect you more than they're going to affect your partner more, because your partner is really solid, and they already probably have seen your light before you saw it. And so they really accept you for who you are. And sometimes you doubt that because you don't see it, but that it will all come out in the open. The High Priestess knows already. You know already, but you're not aware of the fact that you know already. And that needs to be incorporated in the relationship. Let me pull a few more cards here in just general, not on any specific card. That relationship gets a new vibe, a new quality, and you need to work on it. Seven of Pentacles, you need to work on that relationship. You need to have the conversations you need to just, tend to that garden of your relationship, because it's important, because you have a solid person at your side, so don't let them disappear. They won't disappear. Okay, Lover's card, They're really solid people, really. Like, the relationship's also protected. There's also an angel in this card. So I'm not worried about the relationship. It can withstand this upheaval. Yeah, can. 10 of Cups, good card. Good end result. No. I'm not worried about your relationship. This means if everything is okay, you know, because some Gemini, if they don't have a solid partner, well, then it can really go wrong. But that means that these cards are really like that. For some Geminis, of course, this is general reading, so I'm not going to go into that, but it can happen for some Geminis. So if you feel that this is really upsetting the whole relationship, then you need to look at the solidity of your partner. And from there on, maybe go and have a look at your rising sign. This I'm going to leave at your rising sign video or your moon sign video, because you may get more information there. And you can just skip to the part for the relationships. You don't have to watch the whole video, for God's sake. You don't have to do that, because I know time is precious. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to have a quick look into, let me just look at my notes, because so many things I need to look at. So I did career, okay. Finances and money, just quick. 3 cards to have a look on that. What do you need to know about that, Gemini? Okay, I feel like you have to be a little bit careful and protective of your money and your finances this year. I don't know why. I think there's things that, because of the career, I'm trying to remember the career one, where you start a year with the 9 of Swords, and then there's collaboration. Yeah, there was a lot of collaboration and getting help. Yeah, I mean, this is leaving behind the ways you've been doing things on your own, always solitary. Even if you're in a steady job and you were even working in a team, you have tendency to be an Einzelganger, to be, to do it by yourself, and to even take on jobs from or the work from other people and do it because you're a very efficient worker. This is the time to stop that. Not stop your efficiency, but stop, taking over the work that others should be doing, and also getting more help in from the career side, but because career and finances. So I feel that if you leave behind the Einzelgangerness, that you can bring in more money, but you will have to realize that you don't look at these solitary figures. I feel it's time you have to realize that you don't have to do everything by yourself and on yourself. And if you have that breakthrough, then the finances will be okay. But I think you have to be careful with spending or overspending, or spending on silly stuff that is not necessarily that you don't need. Look into your heart. What do I need? Where do I want to invest my money in? Where do I want to spend my money on? Look at that and feel what you need to spend your money on, because I feel that you're also, with these 2 cards, I don't know why, you need to save up a little bit to do afterwards something new. I feel that, to be able to maybe to switch careers or switch jobs, you need to be saving up so that you can do that. And that's why you have to be careful with this. So if you're one of those Geminis who think of maybe going into their own business or maybe changing jobs, please be careful with your money for the moment, so that you can invest in that business or in, the transition of finding or going into a new job. So that would make sense, wouldn't it? Okay, this is the money part. Now, let's see what else. Okay, so these are your oracle cards. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle. And it says the Dragon's Lair. And of course, for that, I need the booklet. I'm going to put the other booklet here as well, because that's going to help me. Oh, I'll put them all here. But let's start with the enchanted map. So the Dragon's Lair is number 19. Okay, that's a good card. You are always protected and divinely directed. So that dragon, it's almost like your inner self, or sometimes the divine interference, I think. But anyway, you have a remarkable internal warning system that lets you know when things are out of alignment. You're about to enter dangerous territory, so tread carefully and be aware of your surroundings. The path you're on now is one that will challenge you to the core. That said, peril is also exciting and exhilarating, like the danger you feel before you enter a new relationship, knowing that you'll be changed forever. A life lived fully isn't lived only in safety. A new experience is calling to you, one that will test your courage. The choice is yours, but there's greater value in risk-taking than remaining unchallenged. New territories are waiting to be discovered. So really, you're doing that. You're going through that change. And of course, there is risks involved. Of course, there will be people that don't really want to do with you anymore after that. You may lose out on people. You may lose out on experiences. Yes, but in a way, this is supposed to be like this. And you are protected. You, in your courage, whether it's scary or not, whether it feels scary, whether that inner change also has you a little bit in turmoil, you are protected. This is the way to go. So if you start doubting yourself, that you think I can't do that because people will think I'm selfish, don't, because it's supposed to go that way. It's supposed, the focus is supposed to be on you this year. Now let's see what here. This card is beautiful. It's the Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm going to have a look at the Face of Spirit if I can find it, because I don't have my glasses on. So I'm thinking the Face of Spirit is here. Well, what am I saying? It's big in this card. Deep knowing. So we have the owl, we have the planets, we have Earth and the moon. That's what I'm guessing. But there's deep inner knowing. I'm just going to read short. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but short. Number 43. Let's see. 43 is here. So it's about intuition. It's listening to the oracle within. It's empathy and hypersensitivity. Remember that high priestess when I said you have to connect to your inner knowing? And I think she came out. Yeah, she came out in the first cards together with a hangman. Deep inner knowing. The hangman also is very attuned to the intuition, but the high priestess is even more so. She is attuned to all the energy forces around her, and you have that capability to do so. And when you then move and decide from that space of deep inner knowing and trusting your gut reaction, trusting your gut knowing in your body, you're going to be okay. So it's about that. It's about intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into the dialogue with source, etc. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. Remember that high priestess. The high priestess always holds a scroll, has a sort of curtain behind her. She knows what you don't, she knows what you don't know. It's something a little bit abstract to say, but she knows more than you know, and usually she lies in your animal body, in your body, in your gut system. And if you trust that, you'll be okay. So these guys are like a reminder of doing that, and also giving you a message. Now your spirit animal. Why is it coming out like that? No, I didn't have it upside down, but. I've been talking about that. And spirit, time to collaborate. Don't do it by yourself. That need of you to do it all by yourself and not asking for help, don't. Ask for help. But again, remember, you need to have help and ask for help and collaborate and work together, come together with people you trust and that are, that have the same vision and values like you have. And then the last card is from the animals, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. These are all Colette Baron-Reid oracle decks, by the way, but this is from Yasmin Boland. It's the Moonology Oracle cards. Love this, Gemini. The new moon in Sagittarius. Luck is on your side. So whatever you're doing, don't be afraid. And also don't keep hanging on to the past, because the past is the past and now everything is different and there needs to be an adaptation, and you have to don't be afraid to let your light shine and to really focus on you, because there's a lot of change in your world going to be in this year, but it's going to be good change. Look at this as the Wheel of Fortune card a little bit. Okay, Gemini, that is your reading for a sneak peek, short sneak peek into 2022. I hope you liked it. I hope to see you soon. As I said, I'm not going to do monthly or weekly. I'm not going to put too much energy in that because it has been really draining me. If you really like daily cards, go to my other social media, follow me there, like the cards there. Not going to do those on YouTube because really it's very time consuming doing things on YouTube. But the readings, I'm going to do more readings like on certain subjects. So if there's a subject you would really like me to read on for you, let it know. Just put it in the comments so that I know which subjects I'm going to address in the coming year, and especially in the month of January. I'm counting on a deeper career, insight in career and insight into love, but I am doing that with a little bit of reticence to say that because, you never know what happens. So I don't like to plan too much ahead. Okay, Gemini, that's it for you. Have a wonderful start of the year, and may 2020 bring you a lot of beautiful light. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting me, for coming back again. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Bye for now, Gemini. Bye.